Hi, Ron. We're back with another statement and question from a member. You have said there are over 25,000 members in LWS. Can you tell us more on what that number represents? And why do you think more members do not participate in our chat rooms?
Well, we're just talking about numbers here with email addresses. Each one of those email addresses that they have signed up and we email to is a person that that has had the heart tapped to be involved with Loved One Society. When they heard about us, their heart sung to them. This is what I want. This is what you want. This is what you came here for. That's your passion to serve mankind is being awakened by knowing that Loved One Society is there. So you've got a lot of stuff already in place for you. And so your passion as a person who wants to serve mankind will have no guardrails, will not have any steps that you have to go through. You on an individual basis bring everything that is necessary for you to function in Loved One Society. If you have a project that you want to do, then you set up the CAC program and tell your director, I'd like to focus on this and doing this, this, and this. And they can do that. And those can be your passions that you've always wanted. You want clinics everywhere, then do it. If that's your passion. Serving mankind is bottom line. And how you do that is up to you on a personal basis, a very unique basis that only you can bring to the table. There might be others that will do the same thing, but not the same way you do it. We have personalities. We're not just a number, not just a name, not just an email address. The Alliance knows exactly who we are. They know our names here on this earth, that we were given at birth and whatever. And they also know your name of who you are spiritually. Names do not mean people, they mean energies in that realm. And so people who are vibrating at this energy, then that's part of that group over there. You'll be able to see that. There are people who, Sananda's name in the heavens, his spiritual name is Sananda. You think he's the only one? It's a group. It's always represented a group of souls that are meant to serve. Now, Jesus personally is the one who's head of the alliance for this earth. He's the Messiah. He's King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and he's in charge of this earth. I don't know if he's the one that created this earth. Could be. I don't know. Somebody did. And they're there and they own the earth and are bringing it out of third dimension, which we're in, moving up into the fifth dimension. That's their responsibility for the things that they created. It's all a pattern, but we just need to learn how to start thinking in those patterns, and then we get to do the same things. Okay, so uh, we're not just numbers. We're not just email addresses. We are people. We are humans, creators, and we will come into our creation abilities and create the things that are needed as we move forward in the ascension process. We're part of that. Why do you think members do not participate in our chat rooms? I looked at that question and I thought, well, why aren't more people? Um, we have chat rooms for every language, not every language, but those who want to be in chat rooms where they can have somebody that speaks English and translates so that they can can do that. And Dom, you're familiar with what's happening as far as the languages are concerned, and how the chat rooms for the different languages are being all of the things in Loved Ones or in QFS 2020, all the documents and everything being translated and into the different languages. There's somebody that's in charge of doing that, and they're doing a marvelous job. Do you come in if you have something to add to it?
Yeah,
Dom?
Ron, what I'll say, Ron, is that, this question tends to leave the assumption that there isn't a lot of activity going on, but with a small number of members. But you're correct. The international chat groups have some of the countries have sizable numbers of participants, and they are active. And so what we seem to think in the English chat room is a sizable number, but only a small group participate. In the other chat rooms, because of the language that they speak, they're able to converse in their own language. And I think last time I counted, there was some 30, 35 different international groups that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Yeah.
all very, very active.
Yes. Well, I appreciate that. And there's one individual who learned how to created whatever to translate languages. And if there's a new one that comes up, then they'll translate those and they'll put all of that information into the chat room so that the people can read all of the things that we have in our QFS2020.com. Am I correct in that, Dom?
Yes, you are. Yeah. And Ron, can I say one more thing too?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that any of us can assume that just because certain members don't come into chat rooms that they're not actively preparing to be humanitarians. In fact, I actually envy those people that are behind the scenes that have been spiritually preparing for this journey and are way ahead of the game, and so don't have a necessary need to have to go into discussion groups to talk. They're out there preparing right now as we speak. So I think there's the abstract that's behind the scene that's doing the spiritual work and the things to prepare, and then there's the groups that we have that are involved in communication. So I think it's a nice blend.
Well, I think that that's a great blend too. There are those in Loved One Society who've learned how to communicate with their higher self, with the heavens, with the alliance. And when you learn how to do that, you ask and it shall be given. And that's what we're trying to get everybody to, the point where they have they have personal access to the alliance on a personal basis. Ask and they can receive. And it's not just thoughts in the mind, sometimes it's actual words that come through. Each individual has their own way that they're going to use. It's unique to them on how they communicate and receive communications. And isn't it exciting that they can do exactly what they want to do with their abilities to do things on an individual basis? I'm really grateful to the Alliance for allowing me to hear and talk with them. It's the greatest blessing I've had in my life. But it's my unique way of doing things. And everybody can do a Loved One Society, or something of their own creation, that will suit them in terms of them expressing their passion and service to mankind. I think it's a beautiful plan. I honor those people. I honor them for their diligence in being who they are. Well, should we move on to the next question?
I think it's a perfect time for that. Ron, thank you so much. And we'll be right back.
Okay.